Controversial changes to pension for military veterans passed their third reading in the legislature last night, meaning they now go into law. President Tsai Ing-wen said the move would ensure that the state pension fund doesn't go bankrupt. But she also apologized to the tens of thousands of veterans who will lose out under the new system.
The passage of the Veterans Pension Reform Bill marks the end of President Tsai Ing-wen's intense struggle to reform pensions for state employees of all kinds. Today, she and various cabinet ministers gave statements inside the presidential office.
This is the moment when society should be able to return to calm. However, no matter how much thought the government has given to the needs of everyone involved, the majority of people will have less in their bank accounts than they did before. Unless it has happened to you, it's hard to understand how the dissatisfaction and helplessness that follows must feel. On behalf of the whole country, I want to say I'm sorry to each of you for the impact that this will have on your lives.
Following the change, veterans' pensions will be calculated based on 55% of their old salary, more than the previous 40%. And the rate will go up by 2% for each extra year of service beyond 20 years, up to a maximum rate of 90% for commissioned officers or 95% for non-commissioned officers. The 18% preferential interest rates for lump sum pensions will be gradually phased out. Protections are in place to make sure that payments will not go down for any veterans whose monthly pension is lower than 38,990 NT, those who are injured on active duty, and those aged 85 with a rank lower than a general. More than 60,000 people will be worse off under the reforms. That's almost 54% of veterans. The Minister of National Defense, Teh-fa, also stepped up to try and boost morale, emphasizing that 98% of those currently in active service will get higher pensions as a result of the changes.
We've given substantial consideration to 140,000 service people whose pension payments will be higher. There are also more than 8,000 people still in service whose original pension plans dated from before 1997, around 2,000 of whom will find their pensions negatively impacted by the reform.
Tsai has managed to push through her public sector pension reforms, one of her most important and most controversial policy goals. Her supporters say it's a historic step that will balance the state's books for years to come.